What's happened? John Adams, the great John Adams, the wise man of the East, wasn't he? Long practiced on the pipes, farm, orchestra, Hilton. A stage of life when other men prosper, I'm reduced to living in Philadelphia. Philadelphia! Abigail, what am I going to do, Abigail?
Do, John.
I need your help.
You don't usually ask my advice.
Yes, well, there doesn't appear to be anyone else right now.
Very well, John. What is it?
Tie us out with walked out of this Congress. George Washington was on the brink of annihilation. The precious cause which I have labored these several years has come to nothing. And it seems, I am obnoxious and disliked.
Nonsense, John.
And I am unwilling to face reality.
Foolishness, John.
And I am pig-headed.
I'm afraid to have you there, John. You are pig-headed.
Has there been any kind of life for you, Abigail? Lord knows I haven't given you much.
I never asked you for one. I mean, after all, I am Mrs. John Adams. That's quite a lot for one lifetime.
Isn't it?
But think of it, John. To be married to the man who's always the first in line to be hanged.
Yes. Agitator. What is it, Abigail? You must tell me what it is. I've always been dissatisfied. I know that. Lately, I find that I reek of discontentment. Fills my throat. It floods my brains. Sometimes I fear there is no longer a dream left. But only a discontent.
Oh, John, you really know so little about yourself. And you think so little of me that you would believe I married the man you've just described. Have you forgotten what you've always said to me, John? I haven't. Commitment, Abby. Commitment. There are only two creatures of value on the face of this earth. Those with a commitment, those who require the commitment of others. Do you remember, John?
I remember.
Mr. Adams,
What?
these are for you.
Just a minute. What are they? What's in them? Who sent them?
It's at the Concord Ladies' Coffee Club and the Sisterhood of the Charles Synagogue and the Friday Evening Baptist Sewing Circle.
running out. Get out of your chair. Tomorrow is here. Too late to despair. Jefferson. Talk to Rutledge, talk. If it takes all night, talking, talk, and talk, and talk. You're both senators, Mr. Gentleman. Listen to anyone who listen to you. Frankly, time's running out.
I know, get out of my chair. Do I have to talk to Wilson?
Yes, you do. If it takes all night, talking, talk, and talk, and talk. Get away from Dickinson. That's the only way to do it.
John. I'm still from Massachusetts. You know where I stand. I'll do whatever you say.
No. You're the president of Congress. You're a fair man. Stay there. Tell me, Mr. Thompson, out of curiosity, do you stand with Mr. Dickinson? What do you stand with?
I stand with the general. Lately, I've had the oddest feeling that he's writing to me. I have been in expectation of receiving a reply when the subject of my last 15 dispatches. Is anybody there? Does anybody care? Is anybody there? You're humble and obedient.
Are you hungry, John?
No. I think I'll stay.
Good night, then.
Is anybody there? Does anybody care? Does anybody see what I see? They want me to quit. They say, John, give up the fight. Still to England I say, good night, forever, good night. For I have crossed the Rubicon. Let the bridge be burned behind me. Come what may, come what may. Coming march! The cobras all say we'll rule the
Yes, Mr. Adams,
Oh, Dr. Hall, I didn't
I'm sorry if I startled. I couldn't. In trying to resolve my dilemma, I remembered something that it represented with blows, not only to his industry, but to his judgment. And he betrays them if he sacrifices his there. It was written by Edmund Burke, a member of the English Parliament.
Very well. The Congress will now vote on Virginia's resolution on independence. Thank you for coming, Caesar. And may God bless you, sir. Well, roll, Mr. Thompson. And I'd remind you, gentlemen, that a single nay vote will defeat the motion. Mr. Thompson.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire says yay.
New Hampshire says yay. Massachusetts. Massachusetts says yay. Massachusetts says yay. Rhode Island.
Rhode Island says yay.
Rhode Island says yay. Connecticut.
Connecticut says yay.
Connecticut says yay. New York.
New York abstains courteously.
New York abstains. New Jersey.
New Jersey says yay.
New Jersey says yay. Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania.
Mr. Secretary, Pennsylvania is not yet ready. Come back to us later.
Pennsylvania passes. Delaware.
Delaware, by majority vote,
Aye.
says yay. Well done, sir.
Delaware says yay. Maryland.
Maryland says yay.
Maryland says yay. Virginia.
Virginia says yay.
Virginia says yay. North Carolina.
North Carolina yields to South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Well, Mr. Adams,
Well, Mr. Rutledge.
you must believe I will do what I have promised to do.
What do you want, Rutledge?
Remove the offended passage from your declaration.
If we did that, we would be guilty of what we ourselves are rebelling against.
Nevertheless, remove it or South Carolina will bury now forever your dream of independence. John, I beg you to consider what you're doing.
Mark me, friend. If we give in on this issue, posterity will never forgive us.
That's probably true. But we won't hear a thing, John. We'll be long gone. Besides, old posterity think we were demigods. We're men. No more, no less. Trying to get a new nation started against greater odds than a more generous God would have allowed. First things first, John. Independence. America, for if we do not secure that, what difference will the rest make?
Jefferson. Say something.
What else is there to do?
Well then, you're the one that wrote it.
I wrote all of it, Mr. Adams.
There it is. You have your precious slavery, who could be able to? Now vote! Damn you!
Mr. Secretary, the third colony of South Carolina says yea.
South Carolina says yea.
North Carolina says yea.
North Carolina says yea. Georgia.
Georgia says yea.
Georgia says yea. Second call, Pennsylvania.
Mr. President, Pennsylvania regrets all the inconvenience that such distinguished men as Adams, Franklin, and Jefferson were put to just now. Might have kept their document intact for all the difference it will make. Mr. President, Pennsylvania says...
Just a moment. I ask that the delegation be polled.
Dr. Franklin, don't be absurd.
A poll, Mr. President, it's a proper request.
Yes, it is. Hold the Pennsylvania delegation, Mr. Thompson.
Dr. Benjamin Franklin.
Yay.
Mr. John Dickinson.
Nay.
Mr. James Wilson. Judge Wilson.
There it is, Mr. Wilson. It's all up to you now. The whole question of American independence rests squarely on your shoulders. An entirely new nation, Mr. Wilson, waiting to be born or to die in birth, all on your say-so. Which will it be, Mr. Wilson? Every map maker in the world is waiting for your decision.
Come now, James. Nothing has changed. You mustn't let Dr. Franklin create one of his confusions. The question is clear.
Most questions are clear when someone else has to decide.
It would be a shame for a man who handed down hundreds of wise decisions from the bench to be remembered only for the one unwise decision he made in Congress.
James, you're keeping everybody waiting. The secretary's called for your vote.
Please, don't push me, John. I know what you want me to do. Mr. Adams is correct about one thing. I'm the one to be remembered for.
What do you mean?
I'm different from you, John. I'm different from most of the men here. I don't want to be remembered. Just don't want the responsibility.
Yes, well, if you want it or not, James, there's no way of avoiding it.
Not necessarily. If I vote with them, I'll be one among dozens. No one will ever remember the name James Wilson. But if I vote with you, I'll be the man that prevented American independence. I'm sorry, John. I just didn't bargain for that.
And is that how new nations are formed? By a non-entity trying to maintain the anonymity he so richly deserves?
Revolutions come into this world like bastard children, Mr. Dickinson. Half improvised and half compromised. Our side has provided the compromise. Now Judge Wilson is supplying the rest.
James.
I'm sorry, John. My vote is yea.
Pennsylvania says yea. Vote being 12 to none, no abstention, the resolution on independence is passed.
Stop!
Mr. Thompson, is the declaration ready to be signed?
It is.
And I suggest we do so. And the chair further proposes, for our mutual security and protection, that no man be allowed to sit in this Congress without attaching his name to it.
Sorry, Mr. President, but I cannot in good conscience sign such a document. I will never stop hoping for our eventual reconciliation with England, but because, in my own way, I regard America no less than does Mr. Adams, I will join the army and fight in her defense, even though I believe that fight to be hopeless. Goodbye, gentlemen.
Gentlemen of the Congress, I say ye John Dickens.